Hey, what's up, everybody? Talon here in editor mode. You are about to listen to the audio from our live Existential Crisis show that we did on April 25th at Kickstand or on Kickstand Comedy's online. It's weird to say at somewhere. We weren't physically at a location. We're all recording from home and quarantining. But this was broadcast on their Facebook page as well as their Twitch channel. It was a really fun show. We had special guests. We have fun new games and segments and things we don't normally do in the show. It's a little bit more polished than our normal show. So enjoy this in lieu of a new episode. We'll be back with another new one next week. But I will let you know, exclusive, that we are going to be doing a second live Kickstand show on June 5th. It's Friday, June 5th, 8 p.m., we're going to have different guests, different segments. So look forward to that. Listen to this. And then next week, we're back with more new episodes. Thanks so much. We love you. I don't know how to end conversations anymore. This isn't even a conversation. It's a one-way thing. Anyway, enjoy the show.
You caught my eye in the grocery line, and I fancied myself a man worth your time, and I couldn't help thinking I wish you were mine. A man-seeking woman whose total is 589. I don't do this often. I'm not like the guys, which is why I find myself in a sort of existential crisis.
Good evening, people of the internet.
Wow, it's so beautiful here. I love the internet so much.
I could live here. I could see it. You know, before I was like, I don't know, seems like a harsh reality to live in, but you know what? I get it. It's cool. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Craig's Essential Crisis. This is a deep dive through the misconnection section of America's favorite lists and a deeper dive into ourselves. I'm Talon Bigelow.
I'm Sarah Tolson.
We are thrilled to be coming to you live from our homes.
This is the future. I'm just here to say it. We're living it right now.
This is it. All those movies you see, this is it. It all takes place now, and it's all happening. And Back to the Future,
every single movie.
This podcast is happening somewhere while Back to the Future 2 is happening.
And every single film is based in the future. Also, if that was a fact you did not know,
yeah,
we're movie buffs, and we'd like to tell you that all movies are actually set in the future.
All films take place in the Craig's Essential Crisis cinematic universe.
Yes. We'd like to lay claim to all of them, please.
All of them. We've done it. It's done. It has been done. If you say it on here in a podcast, it's like writing it in blood. So
it is. And before you get nervous, this is not a movie podcast.
No.
This is actually a podcast about one of my favorite places on the internet, the misconnection section of Craigslist. If you don't know, the misconnection section of Craigslist, it's like a place for personal ads about chance encounters that writers didn't get a chance to act on. So they're posting them on Craigslist in hopes of connecting with people. I love it so much. I got addicted to it back in my high school days when web filters on your Catholic high school computers were a thing. And you couldn't go anywhere fun.
I personally, if you've listened to the pod before, great. I just was not at all interested in Craigslist. It was a scary place to me. I still think it's kind of scary. So doing the show has really opened my eyes into some of the great stuff lurking in the sludge of the Craigslist internet dumpster.
I think you mean the gold mine of
There's
the Craigslist.
Gold within the sludge.
Okay, I'll take
wash
that.
it off, if you know where to look, if you're dumpster diving correctly. That's what this podcast and this show is. And we should read maybe just an example of a misconnection just to give you a taste.
Let's do it. Would you like the honors or
yes,
should I take it away?
I will go for it. So here's just a quick little example. These are all real. These are all real misconnections. So this first one is titled Spanish Goddess. It's from Clackamas. Your eyes are intriguing, and I love your tattoos. I asked you about the one on your arm. It was your birth town in Spain. I bought a bag of dog food from you. I've always noticed you, but today you set me on fire. I'm a simple, middle-aged man, and you're definitely too young for me, but I feel like I want to know more about you.
Just a simple middle-aged man.
Just
That's all I am.
That was, yeah. Not a complicated middle-aged man.
I'm not a complicated one, a simple one. And I would say that's why this misconnection is such a good example. It's like got everything in it. It's got, a little bit about the object of affection. It's got a little bit about the writer. It's got some specifics that help you find that person. And, people do misuse the misconnection section, but I feel like this simple middle-aged man really locked into the true spirit of misconnections.
For a simple middle-aged man, they understand what this should be. Also, what do you think that tattoo was? Do you think it was just the name of the town just etched into their arm so they wouldn't forget, like Memento style?
I was also going to ask that, and I was wondering if it was like some sort of like district line, perhaps, of
that would be better.
Something a little abstract. I mean, the name would be fine, I'm sure. But I was hoping for something more interpretive,
I would hope. But you know what? Maybe it's more intriguing if it's literally just like some letters that spell out the name of a town. It's like, who gets that kind of tattoo? I want to know more about that kind of person.
I also love that the writer bought a bag of dog food directly from the person. So I'm curious if they're just like a backyard dog food salesman or if they work at a PetSmart. I'm hoping.
One time I was in a barbershop and some guy came in and was just selling bags of Tide Pods. And this was like before people were like eating them.
Okay, I was about to be like, was this at the height of the Tide Pod wave?
No,
because like
prior.
What an entrepreneur.
They were onto something, but literally just like had, and all the barbers like knew him and were like, yes, I actually need a new bag. Thank you for coming back for your, I guess, 5th time this month, making sure we all have our Tide supply on, I'm not going to say on fleek, but I did. So, you know why I said that?
Yeah. Why?
I heard a Real Housewife say it on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recently.
Sorry,
that show.
on fleek? What did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's what happens when culture goes to die. The Real Housewives eventually absorb it. That's how they stay so crusty. I was going to say so preserved, but it's not true. They all are very scary. They're like taxidermied versions of themselves.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on just plastic surgery and all of what I have seen, what I have endured watching like a 10-year span of time over the course of a month is nuts.
It's like one of those videos you can't look away from of like a fungi devouring like a mildewing fox or something in the forest. Am I the only one who watches animals? This? Yeah.
I mean, I don't like look for them, but I've seen them.
I love a time-lapse vid of something dying in the forest. What can I say? I'm a simple and middle-aged man. What can I
say? That seems like a great point to start introducing our first ever panel of Craigspurts.
I just say, Tala came up with that all on his own. I try to avoid the word spurt, but he dove right into it.
I honestly think it is fitting for the content we are providing. This is an explicit show, if that's not clear. Craigslist in nature is explicit, so.
It is.
Yeah.
Should we have done a warning? I don't know. This is not safe for work. Why you work on Saturday on an 8, but
why are you get out of work? Anyway, let's go ahead and bring him on. So firstly, he's a writer, actor, occasional improviser, and shower singer based in Portland, and I hope I'm saying this right, Oregon. Please welcome Brett McKinney.
Hello, Sarah. It's great to be here.
Are you coming in from a call center somewhere?
Just a minute. I have someone on the other line.
Sorry to interrupt.
I also like the transition with simple middle-aged man. And by the way, that's to bring on.
I did notice that Talon did that, and I wasn't going to
I didn't notice that I did that. I meant no offense.
I'm so sorry. Please don't leave. All of our other panelists have left. Please don't leave.
We did everything you asked for. We got you the candies you wanted. It's all here.
We'll call you Mr. Spurt if that's what you want.
I would like that. Thank you so much.
Okay, if you would like that.
So, Brett, we're so excited to have you here. Have you been on the Misconnection section before? Like, do you know anything about them, or?
I've only been on the Missed Connection section before this particular recording. While I was looking for some options, I was realizing that my relationship with Craigslist is limited but intense. I have been both the Craigslist roommate that was found and the one searching for a Craigslist roommate.
Wow, that is a turbulent relationship.
It is.
I will say.
It is.
Both giver and receiver. It seems very equal and balanced.
As all things should be.
As all things should be. Well, we asked you to bring something special to the show today. Because we're based in Portland, Oregon, we get a lot of our misconnections from our local area. Tonight, all the ones that I'll be reading, at least, are from Portland, Oregon. So we asked you to bring what we're calling a home run. What was that sound? Sorry, could you make that?
It was the crowd. Yeah, it was the crowd of...
The crowd.
It sounded like a man's dying breath.
They sound eerily similar, don't they?
Yes. That's, people always cheer when old men die. Anyways, very similar sounds. So Brett, we asked you to bring like a home run from your hometown. Would you mind sharing that nugget of wisdom with us, please? So this is a misconnection from Brett's hometown.
This is a misconnection. It's not from my hometown, though. I started in, I know, suspense. I started in Tigard and just started going south from there.
Okay.
So we landed in Corvallis, which is a city that I have absolutely no relationship with.
Exotic.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me more.
The title of this misconnection, which was posted about a month ago, is Black-Haired Girl with Dope Style. You wear super cool clothes every day, and I think you're really pretty. One time you wore yellow polka dots, and my heart did a flutter. I would like access to your wardrobe. I'm heartsick, but not sick, so if you're still alive, come quarantine with me, baby. I have good eyesight. I can make split decisions, and I take a lot of time to make sure to be thoughtful with my decisions. Therefore, I would be the ideal mate during this apocalypse. P.S. I can also cook eggs real good.
Wow, brilliant. I mean, I don't think we need to mention that the people should be quarantining right now, and yet we still have loads of content from people trying to get out and meet people. But this one is, I think, one of the better ones because they really laid out the facts, and they're like, I know we're supposed to be quarantining, but here's what I can provide, and if we just commit to this, we can go the distance. I appreciate that.
I mean, maybe it's like fiery, it's spicy, that like adds the spice, is like, we shouldn't be, but we will. You know?
You have to lock a relationship in right now. Like, you have to lock in an answer on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Like, you can't go back. Like, you enter someone's home, you kind of have to stay there.
It's like reverse vampire roles. If you enter a home, you cannot leave. Is that how vampires work? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Sure.
I shouldn't. Yeah. That's not my area of expertise.
Well, they're not vampire experts. They're Craigexperts.
Sorry. Brett, yes?
It is actually my area of expertise. And vampires do have to be invited in, but once they are invited in, they can come and go as they please.
Okay. Well,
so the opposite of that.
The opposite of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also like that. I'm not sure like whether they want to raid this person's closet or they're interested in romance. Like, it just seems like, you know, they took one step and then leaped another step. You know, right. I was really, what relationship are they looking for here?
Well, and what jumped out to me is the planning ahead. So we've moved from just staying at home to like having to be on the run in a broken down society.
Yeah.
Split decisions, thoughtful about those decisions, ability to make eggs. You know, those are all going to be key things.
The three key points.
Three pillars of post-apocalyptic survivorship.
Listen, the key things by November. That's what I'm thinking. So I might respond to this and let them know that I will join. I'll come over. It sounds like a good partner during this time.
Yeah, I mean, be straightforward that you're not the right person, though. Be like, I'd like to give you advice on this, because people get very saucy when people that are not the object of their affection write back.
Right.
Like, they get so mad, like unbelievably mad about it. How do I know this? Let's talk about it later. But
Do people not know how to make eggs? Just like, I feel like that's pretty. Are there people out there who don't know? I'm no judgment if you don't. I just feel like you put them in a pan and you either scramble them or you do nothing with them. Like that's kind of it.
In fairness, these eggs are real good per the writer. So it definitely is a step above what we might be used to.
All right. That is fair. All right. Well, thank you, Brett.
Yeah, thank you for a fantastic home run.
Fantastic.
We are excited to have you on our panel today. So
thank you
so
both
much
for having me.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and introduce our next panelist. She is originally from Boise, Idaho, now performs as 1/3 of Portland's premier drag king group, XXXY. They're fantastic. You can also find her as part of Curious Comedy's main stage team, Rogue Improv. Let's go ahead and welcome SJ. Whoa!
Hey! Oh my gosh!
God,
Hi.
do you work at the same call center as Brett?
Yeah. Sorry, excuse me. I gotta go land a plane real quick.
Oh my God, we should have timed this better or something.
No, but I really wanted to say that I'm the black-haired girl with dope style.
Wow. Let's talk about your dope style.
Can you tell us about what inspired your shirt today?
You know, I looked around and I like to be inspired by my surroundings. You see this bed sheet behind me. It's literally the exact same print. You know, people are making face masks nowadays. I'm making full t-shirts.
Adam, what's around you? I will say that we had a little meetup before this just to test our mics and stuff. Ooh, peek behind the curtain. But when we did, SJ entered and immediately went, damn it, because she realized she just blended into the comforter, which is just beautiful to me.
I have way too many blue shirts. So it would have changed. It would have been the exact same situation. So we just kept it.
I have a real honest question for you, because all my other questions have obviously been disgenuine.
Lies.
Yeah. Well, this is a vulnerable show.
It is. We're going to get nitty gritty. Has anyone ever written a misconnection about XXXY?
Oh, you know what? I hope so. I hope so.
You deserve it. Just going to say it.
Thank you. Yeah. You know, I feel like I've had misconnections, like in person, like, you know, like a look and stuff like that. And we've had people come up to us that have met us before through seeing us perform, but I don't know. I need to get on misconnections more.
That's the thing.
Clearly.
That's the thing, is it nothing alerts you. You just have to constantly be on the misconnection section.
Yeah, you just got to be perusing once a morning, once a day, because they can disappear in hours. Someone could write something they're not supposed to write and it's gone and they don't know it's gone. And so.
Oh my God. Another thing about Portland misconnections, I'm sorry, I've spent so much time on them in the past year and a half that we've been doing this podcast or whatever. People on Portland are so intense. They flag things for removal like this. Like if you have one hair out of line, they're like, get that shit off my misconnection section.
Anything goes anywhere else. But
yeah. It's nuts. Maybe that's why maybe all the XXXY ones are like really, just
I guess if you put XXX in it, like something about the internet, it's like, oh no. I recognize those 3 letters.
That's a good point. Yeah. Because you go to LA and it's just like, need a daddy to raw me. And you're like, ah! But up here, those don't exist. We just have a very...
But honestly, if someone said, I need a daddy, and they were talking about my XXXY character, I would be like, compliment of the year. Like I'd be like, yes, this is exactly what I was going for when I'm dancing on stage, grinding for those dollar bills. That's exactly what I need.
This is the pinnacle. Keep your Emmy, your daytime Emmy. I just want someone to call me daddy.
Maybe you need to reverse the process, and you, as your XXXY persona, need to write some misconnections to the audience. So you could say, I was the daddy grinding it on stage.
Yeah, you were the mamas that gave me the $20 bill.
Oh, yes. That's
my gosh, let's start writing.
Okay, SJ actually has to go right now. She's got to go. So SJ, we are going to ask you, do you have a home run for us as well? A Craigslist misconnection from your hometown?
I do, yeah. I had to ask earlier because I have two hometowns. I have California and then I have Idaho. My buddy Alexia got me a California one that was great, but then you're like, no, I want an Idaho.
I was like, I've had enough of California. Give me Idaho.
And technically that is where I lived longer. So this one really hit close to home, and you'll know why.
Okay.
There's a lot of spelling errors, but I'm going to pronounce it correctly so we get the gist.
Okay.
So we met at Kleiner Park, male for woman. We met, you were beautiful. I had my kids, they were playing. I could not take my eyes off you, off your stunning smile. I have an extremely bad luck with trying to find a nice lady after losing mine after 8 years to a lesbian. I am real. Send me a pic. Prove you're real, please.
I love it.
Oh my God. Those are my favorite, when you're just like chugging along and you're like, yes, this all makes sense. And then they fucking drop something in there. Like, I lost my wife to a lesbian, which I'm going to assume the wife got murdered by a lesbian.
That's the only logical explanation.
That's the only thing. A lesbian can't actually just take her for love.
Well, just saying I lost my life to a lesbian. That is truly wild.
Actually, on here it doesn't say wife at all. My nice lady. My nice lady.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I made a leap. I'm sorry.
Kind of a Tommy Wiseau thing. Never saying wife, always saying something else. You know.
Yeah.
You don't need to put labels on it like that, especially if you know she's going to get stolen by a lesbian.
Straight kidnapped.
Lesbians taking all of our wives.
Ellen DeGeneres showed up in her Prius and just kidnapped her.
Get in.
She has so many dogs. She's very mean to her staff, apparently, and I love it.
Yeah.
The ideal lesbian.
Yeah.
That was good.
She is the ideal. Ellen DeGeneres is the ideal
lesbian goals.
No, we're starting to try to replace her.
Oh yeah, who's in the running?
Yeah, who is in the running?
When's the vote?
I'll send you the email.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
But I think Kate McKinnon. I think to me is coming out on top. But I mean, yeah,
she's a good lesbian.
Yeah, she's a solid lesbian.
Solid lesbian.
So solid.
But I wonder if she steals nice ladies.
Probably.
One way to find out. Only one way to find out. On that note, I think we should introduce our final. Sarah said panelist earlier. I'm going to say Craigslist. That is the name. She is a Portland improviser, actor, and director, and teacher who has directed and produced shows like Impact and Improvised Play About Choices. She's also part of local improv group Mom Jeans, the improv duo Dock of the Bay, and the sketch comedy group Almost Boston. Please welcome Elena Afanasiev.
Hi!
Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
Were you fired from your call center job? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was. Please don't talk about it.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up.
We won't bring it up.
No,
Fun fact, Elena and I are coming to you from the same home.
Yeah.
Surprise.
If I scream, you can hear my scream in your microphone.
Yeah, please don't scream. I don't want anyone to think something weird's going on.
Anything weirder than a live podcast about misconnections. Anything weirder.
Honestly, I might prefer that they think it was murder.
So Elena.
Yes.
Do you have a home run for us? We'd love to hear something from your hometown.
Yes, I don't have anything from my hometown, Woodburn, Oregon. There was literally nothing.
Yet.
Yeah, no, we're kind of boring over there. And then I looked for the hometown next to mine, and apparently Talon has chosen that one for my game later, so I couldn't choose that one. So I'm like, well, I'm Russian, so I looked up Moscow, Ohio. And
what a journey! Oh my god,
it was a journey.
I love this.
Yeah, in Moscow, Ohio. Should I go for it?
Yeah,
please.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, I want to know.
Wonderful. This is called Feeling Like an Animal / Female. Had a couple monsters, and now I am letting loose the inner beast. Trying to find anything to do or somebody to help me burn this energy out. Think you fit the profile? I am a couple minutes from Eden Park. Shoot me a text. Text if you're down to chat. 512-784-407. Next time, ... bring more cookies.
What?
Oh my god.
What is happening?
Yeah.
I feel like that came straight out of 2008 and slapped me in the face. I just
feel
downed
like
so many monsters.
Who's done? I feel like there's something to be said. Like, obviously, people might have a couple drinks and say, "Let's go on the internet and like start fights or something." I've never heard anyone be like, "I had a couple monsters. Time to hop into the misconnections and just see if anyone can help me immediately."
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Misconnections, they're kind of like they take time. It's not an immediate response type of system, Usually.
I would say I've definitely read some hastily written ones. I feel like that's somebody, I feel like this is like a 14-year-old, and like, not to be rude, but like, I feel like somebody bragging about downing monsters is like, like that was something I really resonated with as a preteen. I was like, I'm gonna get kidney stones. I'm so hardcore.
Oh man. This was the only one that stood out too, because all of the other ones, Ohio is wild.
Are they freaky?
Yeah, pretty freaky.
Filthy.
Because all of them were like, I'm horny, let's fuck. Oh, sorry.
Stuff my holes.
Am I not supposed to cuss?
You can say
I think you're allowed to curse on
cool.
Twitch.
I wasn't sure.
The fuck police are gonna come get
A lot of them were like, they had weird like,
there's a chat.
Cursing is cool.
Okay.
Also, it's encouraged. It's cool.
Okay. What a nerd. But a lot of them had like to do with age. Every single one was like, I'm looking for somebody older. Tell me your age first, and then we'll talk or something. It was weird.
I feel like that's usually like a height thing. Like, usually people are like, tell me your height first. It's interesting that they're all leading with age
and older.
What do you care more about, age or height? Age, right?
I guess age. Yeah.
I would be more discriminating of age in certain ways than height, I think. Height's not so important. We can make it work.
Make it work at whatever height.
Yeah.
I did also like that. Was the title I feel like an animal / lady?
Yeah, female / female. So it's a female feeling like an animal.
Yeah. I just like that those two seem interchangeable. I feel like an animal, or how you say a woman.
Same death.
I agree with this poster. This poster really,
wow,
it just struck a chord,
Yeah, this was 2 days ago though, so I'm kind of like social distancing people. Come on.
Oh my God.
Look at how many misconnections there are that we're not using. We have cherry picked the best off of a mountain of people who are still like, whatever, it's cool.
Yeah.
That is definitely one thing I noticed, that like, especially, Boise and Idaho aren't doing the best job at social distancing in general. However, like not like maybe one post mentioned like, let's go on a walk or something, but every other post was like, it's like a normal day, a normal month.
Yeah, and it's not. And there were lots of, in Portland specifically, I don't know about other places, but in Portland, there were several angry messages being like, do not meet up with somebody. Don't risk your life to wet your dick. Oh, yeah. And it was like, like just like a lot of, there were multiple angry posts like that. And like these Craigslist vigilantes, they really are keeping a lock on Portland Craigslist.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thank you to all the Craigslist Batmans out there. You're doing God's work.
I thought for a second you were transitioning and calling us Batmans as the panel.
I've switched gears. Yeah, I don't like Craigspurts anymore. I'm going with Batmans.
It's related. Very related.
Yeah.
Yeah, obvious thread. Well, thank you, all three of you, for being our first ever panel of Craigspurts. It's very exciting. And I think with that, let's play some games.
Let's play some games. So usually this podcast, we do a weekly show. We release them on Thursdays. And usually what we do is we go through Craigslist. We cherry pick the best misconnections of that week. And then we go ahead and cold read them to each other. But since this is a special occasion, we actually have built out our show a little bit. And we are going to have a whole game section. So put your game hats on.
We have
everybody.
tried for the first time ever. This is tried.
The most prep we have ever done for a Craigslist Crisis show since the inception of this show.
Yeah. Buckle up.
But let me just say, buckle the heck So our first game today, we are going to play with the wonderful and fabulous Brett. So Brett, I don't know, get your pants on.
Oh,
Whoa.
How'd you know?
This really should have been on from
Tell.
the beginning.
There's just a look in somebody's eyes when they're not wearing pants on a Zoom call. I don't know if any of you have noticed.
I said you wanted us to be comfortable during this recording, and I took that to be the rule.
Right to the top.
Fair.
So the first game we're going to play is a game that I think is really well suited to you, Brett. Brett, you are a writer, and you are a good writer. And I think what Craigslist needs is some good writing. And don't get me wrong, sometimes they are well written. But I found a couple of examples that I think could really use a little bit of sprucing up.
Mm-hmm.
So what I've done is taken actual misconnections from Portland, and we're going to play a game of Mad Libs with them.
Great.
Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay, excellent. So as we all know, I had to play Mad Libs. I'm going to assume you had a childhood. Maybe you didn't know car rides? I don't know. I did those in long car rides. We're going to go ahead and I'm just going to ask for some like parts of speech from you.
Okay.
And you're just going to supply them without a whim or a worry in the world.
I'm ready.
Great. So the first thing I'm going to need is a verb, please.
Mm-hmm. A verb being an action.
Well, yes.
This is the part that makes me nervous about Mad Libs too every time. I'm always like, what is an adverb again?
Suddenly you just forget what everything is. Yes.
Verb ending in F. I'm like, what?
Let's go with gallop.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Okay, beautiful. And then could I go ahead and grab a noun, please?
Person, place, or thing. Park.
Whoa, 2 for 2.
Eden Park. Right?
Hey,
Right?
yes.
Was it? Okay.
So I obviously am not very good at making. Could I have something that's not a proper noun?
Oh, I guess just park.
I'm sorry.
But you know
For
which park
discipline.
it is.
Eden.
Okay, I'm sorry. My apologies. Could I have a profession?
Telephone operator.
Ooh. It just came to you.
Wow, so inspirational. I don't know where that came from.
He had to touch his headset to remember.
It came to me.
Could I please have another verb?
Another verb. Dust, as in to dust.
Ooh, two. That didn't, I just would like to say that you can put 2 in front of any verb. So that didn't really narrow down what dust you were speaking about.
The action of dusting. The action of dusting.
Yes. Thank you.
Yep.
And then could I please grab, this is a very verb heavy one. Could I please grab another verb?
Oh, pounce. Pounce.
Ooh.
That's a good word.
Pounce.
This is why I hired you to do this one. I hired you to do this. You're a plant. Okay, great. So I've got this misconnections that we have Mad Libs. What we'll go ahead and do is we will show you the one that Brett wrote. We will show you the one that was written. And then we'll talk about which one we think is better.
Oof.
An audience, I would say get ready to play too. Your turn's coming.
Yeah, please make a comment so that we can either build up Brett's ego or just devastate it. So this will decide if you are worthy of having a profession as a writer. Just so you know.
All of the world's top writers are watching right now.
Right now. Okay. So I will perform this for you. Grocery outlet, 185th, Beaverton. You let me gallop in line. I liked your park. And you said I looked like a telephone operator. I felt some chemistry and wish that I had dusted. Odds are I won't get another chance, but if you do see this and would like to pounce, please reply.
Yeah.
That was really solid.
Not
that was
the weirdest one I've read.
No, that was truly solid. And then hopefully we can get up the other ones so that our audience can see it. But I will go ahead and read the original version. Grocery outlet, 185th. That didn't change. You let me go ahead of you in line. I liked your fern, and you said I looked like an actor. I felt some chemistry and wish I had said more. Odds are I won't get another chance, but if you do see this and would like to explore, please reply.
Ooh.
All right, so go.
Dora the Explorer.
Please, that's a child.
This is
that's
the
a
age,
grown-up
the thing
version.
we're talking about, right?
Honestly, Brett, I think I like yours better.
I do too.
Thank you.
I agree.
I agree.
Thank you.
I truly, I think you nailed it.
Thank you
I think
all
it's
so much.
really the Eden part
Eden
really
part.
did it for me. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
specificity of it.
I
Yeah.
quit.
I liked your Eden Park.
I quit. I liked pounce. I thought that asking somebody to pounce is like,
Yeah.
it's making
Better
me
than
feel like an
explore.
animal / lady.
Yeah.
No?
Efficient.
Like,
You could go like down to pounce. I feel like is like kind of cool to say like instead of DTF, it's DTP.
Down to
like,
pounce.
Down to
pounce.
pounce.
Yeah.
Mm.
Listen.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I assure you that is already a thing in the furry community. I'm just gonna go ahead and 100% assure you.
Well, you're outing me for my lack of knowledge about furries.
Yikes. That's terrifying.
What you gonna do?
Okay. So now what we're going to do is something a little bit different. We're going to go ahead and try to use the comments on our Facebook and our Twitch stream. So get your little comment fingers ready. We're going to play Mad Libs with the audience. Talon, do you have your eyes on the Twitch comments?
I do. I'm watching.
That's great. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and keep my eye on the Facebook comments. We'll see how this goes. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this one in, and then Brett, you're going to read it for us.
Okay, perfect.
So this one was also at a grocery outlet, which was weird. I swear they're two different postings.
Okay, great.
Mad Libs. We love grocery outlet. Okay.
What do we need? What do we need?
So I need an ing verb.
An ing verb, and there will be probably a slight delay, but we'll just fill the space by, I guess, talking. What do you guys? Do you guys
so I
like
need
eggs?
an ing verb from
Verb
the
and
audience.
an ing. Whoever gets it first.
Whoever gets it first. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll just go through them. So I need an ing verb. Great. Somebody, I got one.
Okay, you got it.
Okay. And then we're going to need a location next.
a proper location?
Yeah, not specific. location.
Proper or not. It can also be a dirty location.
Like the sewer.
Do you have one
Airport.
yet? Do you have one yet?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Give it to me.
Airport is the suggestion.
Airport. I love it. Okay. We need a personality trait. This one I got a little more creative on.
Ooh.
I need a personality trait. Great.
I got one.
Okay. Hit me with it.
Maybe LARPing. Is LARPing a personality?
Gonna take it because that's great. We need an adjective. LARPing as a personality trait. I love it. I love it so much.
We all know what it
Okay,
means.
boastful is our adjective. Okay, we are written.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
As Natasha Bedingfield would say, it was unwritten, and now it is written. Okay.
Thank you so much, audience.
Thank you
All
so
your
much,
suggestions.
your stars. And can I just say this trash fire is your fault. Okay, so Brett, I'm going to go ahead and have you read this.
Go ahead.
So here is the new one.
Okay. Grocery outlet, Thursday a.m., East Side. You were farting, and I was trying to remember where I recognized you from. If you are from the airport, I am so sorry that I was LARPing. Also, you look way boastful away from work. Wait, what is HMU?
Hit me up. Come
Okay,
on.
sorry. Hit me
A
up.
simple middle-aged man.
Hit me up with this world spinning, let's get out and injecting.
Oh, God.
Oh my God. I will
Audience,
say I
why would you
did
do that?
I will say I did not read that as I was writing it. So let's get out and injecting is not something we endorse here. Okay? Do not do that.
We are an
Unless it's like-
anti-injecting podcast, unless
unless
it's like
it's a medicine.
life-saving, EpiPen, that's
Or
fine.
Lysol.
Or Lysol.
Lysol,
Because
yeah.
apparently the president says that's okay. So I guess.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Brett. And then I'll go ahead and read the original. We'll decide who is better.
Okay.
Okay. So the original was grocery outlet, Thursday a.m. You were shopping, and I was trying to remember where I recognized you from. If you are from the bike shop, I am so sorry that I was rude. Also, you look way hotter away from work. Hit me up with this world spinning. Let's get out and bike.
First one's better.
The first one is better. The first one was way better. This one was too, we had to rewrite this one because it was like very rude in that like this person was trying to do that. We talk about this a lot. Negging. Don't get it mixed up with pegging. It is not the same. Negging is when somebody is mean to somebody on purpose to like make them feel bad so that then they can swoop in and like take them. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for playing the game of Mad Libs.
Thank you, Brett.
Thank you, Brett.
All right, we're going to move on to our second game. This one is called In the Style Of, and it is for Elena. Here we go. Elena?
Yes.
We got a couple misconnections for you to read.
Yes, I have it.
And good. We are going to give you a few notes to help encourage your cold read of them. You haven't seen these before, so this is a cold read. And I just feel like there's some of these voices just jump out, off the page when you read them. So I wanted to give you some acting notes.
Sure.
So here we go. Let's have you read the first one here in the style of a Cockney beggar woman. Someone very Sweeney Todd era. You know what I mean? You got something in your brain?
I have it down. Yeah. I have something in it.
Cool. Take your time to find character here.
All right. That's just me warming up.
That's great.
Yep. Do your warm up. Do what you got to do.
The hot biker at Pilot. Yeah. I gotta say, you were, visually stimulating. You almost took my breath away when I noticed you open up the door for me, and I smiled and said, thank you. I went to my car. Nope. Went southern. I went to my car. Nope. Lit a cigarette and leaned against my car and watched you get on your bike and leave. Yum. Oh, yum. I'm really not like this, but I wanted to rattle your cage, LOL. Release some frustration. All that leather and rumble of that bike, your long hair. I know you're a bad boy. It's hot. I just wanted you to know I would have rode you and your bike, LOL. I feel like I need to go and pray now, LOL.
Wonderful. I feel like you really captured the spirit of what this person, I know they're probably not a Cockney beggar woman, but maybe in another life, Yeah.
I think that LOLs really serve to make the rest of it less intense.
Yeah. And also a little less Cockney beggar woman.
Yeah. Very, she was a little southern. She had a little southern
kick to her.
Yeah.
England by way of Louisiana.
Yeah.
Great. I think we're going to do one more here. Just one more. So we'll go to the second one that we have provided for you. And for this one, I want you to read it as if you were, how should I put this? You are a Susan, as in you are a woman who wants to speak to the manager.
Ooh, not a Karen? Is that passe now? Are we not allowed to say Karen
I feel like Susans and Karens are kind of interchangeable. I might be totally wrong. I didn't write the book on Susans or Karens.
Probably interchangeable.
It's probably definitely a Karen.
Thing.
Karen's
a regional thing.
Okay, you know what? Yes, let's make it a Karen. That's my mistake as a director. You are a Karen. You're a Karen who wants to speak to the manager.
Perfect.
Take it away.
Hoping to meet up with the guy now. I am an unattractive girl seeking a single guy. I'm 26, Caucasian, 5'9", nice looking, with long brown hair. You ought to be single, not older than 45, and sane. Let's chat and find out if we have some chemistry. Please send a face photo and cell number, please. I'm not above begging.
That was We lost Elena for a second.
I
And
feel-
we
wow.
gained a Karen.
Oh,
Wow.
Whoa.
Great.
That was
The
transformative.
violence with which you said Caucasian, I
I'm gonna go.
felt.
I'm gonna go check the back room for a man.
Thank you.
Ma'am.
Thank you.
Man.
Check the back room.
Yeah, all of us who've worked in retail are like,
Find the man. Find the nearest man. Pretend to be the manager. Okay.
Oh my god, that
That took me back.
was really transcendental.
Yeah.
Oof.
That now.
You should record that as your Juilliard tape.
Really? You think so?
Mhm.
Thank you.
I haven't seen anyone play a more convincing Karen or Susan, for that matter.
I'm just
So,
wondering, where did you hear Susan? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
they okay.
It's like it is Karen. I mean, that's like the
It is
internet.
No,
Yeah.
it's definitely. Hold on. I'm not wrong about this. Comments, you can help me out. If
No,
you've
no,
heard
no.
Susan,
There is a Susan. Susan's a nice, like, knitting lady.
Mm.
Karen's more like,
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, this is one of the debate that I expected to be having tonight, but it's a debate we're having. If you're just joining us, we are debating Susan's and Karen's. Elena, thank you so much
Thank
for playing that game
you.
with us.
Stellar.
Let's have
Stellar.
a round of applause at home for Elena.
Truly fabulous. Speaking of truths, so our last game tonight, we get to play with the wonderful SJ. This is a game I would like to call an inconvenience store truth.
What?
We're calling it that because it is the game Two Truths and a Lie. Except these are all set in convenience stores for some reason. So basically what has happened is I have gone and found 2 truthful misconnections on Craigslist, and 1 I wrote myself because I figure myself a bit of a connoisseur and I wanted to try my hand at it. I'm going to read all 3 of them to SJ in no particular order. And then SJ, we're gonna try and help you decide which one's fake.
Cool.
And if you want some input from the panel, you can have it. If you think you're strong enough to suss this out on your own, I'm not the one to get in your way.
Can I take notes?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah. You're going to have
Yes.
exactly 1 hour to complete the puzzle.
Yes.
I'll get back to you.
And then you get a prize at the end.
You get to escape. This is
Wow.
an
You
escape
get to
room.
stop playing
You
the
are
game.
locked in.
Oh, I thought you meant escape the situation.
That too. I mean, both are true.
Okay.
All right, give it to me.
All right. So, misconnection number 1. Sherwood 7-Eleven today around 7 p.m. Sherwood. You walked in with what I hope is a friend. Or if it is a friend, I hope you are willing to have more. Haha. You are wearing black leggings and your nipples saying hello through your shirt. Me, dark hair, fit, holding a 6-pack, not my abs, beer, but also my abs are too. Hit me up and send a pic too. Tell me what I said to you as you were leaving because I think you liked it.
Mm.
Oh,
wow.
So that is misconnection number 1, set in a convenience store.
Shiver.
Here's as though a ghost walked over your grave. Okay, so number 2, 7-Eleven, Southeast 102nd Avenue and Washington Street, early 2 a.m. Thursday morning, male for female, Southeast Portland. Saw you Thursday morning around 2 a.m. or so. You were about 5'3", blondish hair, black pants. You were with a Bhutanese guy who I don't think was your boyfriend. He was drunk and you guys were getting food. I was in line behind you at the register, was the only other person in the store at the time. Would love to talk to you if you see this. Tell me what color shirt I was wearing so I know it's you.
Okay.
I was very curious how, it's just, I'm curious how you're going to suss this out because they are all 7-Eleven based. Sorry.
No, I got it.
And then last one, number 3, 7-Eleven in Beaverton. Talk to you and your roommate, Beaverton. You girls started talking to me about alcohol in the store and then started asking me questions about stuff. You girls seemed chill. I def wanted to see if those dirty vibes I was feeling were legit. Hit me up. Tell me what I was wearing. So we
These are
got
all
3
good.
7-Elevens, 3 different misconnections. What are you thinking, SJ? Walk us through it.
This is the part of the
Well-
show where we would have like a ticking clock sound effect.
I know they're hard.
What do your notes say?
Not really. 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven.
Not helpful at all.
Right. You obviously did very well in note-taking class. Yes.
One was I wrote 6-pack, and then I wrote 2 a.m. and then I wrote Beaverton. I would ace this test.
You would. You already are acing it. You're doing great.
You need to revisit
Okay.
any, I'm sure
Initial
we can.
thoughts. I was like, I'm gonna go for the most specific one because that's a lot of detail. A lot of detail. So that first one immediately sounded so truthful. But then the second one also had detail. And me with that third one, in which also had detail.
Yeah, not helpful.
These are not great notes.
I'm telling you. Okay, so I was like pretty convinced that the only reason I'm thinking it's number 3, and it's not because it's the last one you read or anything, it's because you used the phrase dirty vibe, and I feel like I could hear you say that in normal conversation. Like it's a Sarah phrase. And so I think I'm gonna go with option 3, Beaverton.
Cool.
We have to lock it in.
Number 3. Audience, go ahead and tell us your answers. Lock in your answers by commenting.
Dang it, I should have asked the audience.
You don't get that. This isn't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
It is. You can phone a friend, but the friend is me, and I don't know.
Does anyone else want to hazard a guess? Do you all agree?
Yeah, Brett, Elena.
I think it's number 1. That's you.
Why?
It just sounds like
funny.
Sarah.
It's
Sarah is very
hilarious.
detailed in her descriptions, so I think that's number 1 is Sarah.
At the 6-pack one?
Yeah.
Brett?
Because it is funny.
SJ, I support you as well with first, your amazing note taking leads us to think that number 3 is the one that is the fictional option.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Talon, do you have a guess? Because you don't know which one's real, because I
really
photoshopped
don't.
all of them very professionally.
Which, like, I knew you had done that, and then I was honestly trying to look at the imagery to see if I could.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say I fucking nailed it.
I think you did pretty good. There is one element that I don't want to.
Okay.
I could say, I guess if I had to venture a guess, it's going to be the 7-Eleven in Beaverton. Talk to you and your roommate. I think that one is fiction.
Which one's that one?
So
is that number 2?
It's the last one. Number 3. Talk to you and your roommate. Okay, drum roll, please. The fake one was number 1. Elena was right.
Oh.
Wow.
As soon as Elena said it, I was like, well, she knows Sarah so well. I fucked this up.
You did not.
Wrong.
I did this hard on purpose.
It was
you
difficult.
did great. All your reasoning was a really good thing, is that the third one was a little more vague. I was very proud of the line, your nipples saying hello.
Yes.
That was very
That's what
good.
came to me.
Very
I was like,
specific.
Honestly,
But-
I should have known.
No.
It was so funny. It was so funny.
SJ, you nailed it.
As someone who's seen like a million of these now, I really couldn't tell. I got it wrong. So
what do I win?
This.
Nothing
your
you
escape,
want.
your freedom.
Got a little kiss. Actually, you know what you won? The show ending.
Oh.
Yay.
That's right. First of all, we are going to read a last misconnection, as we always do. First off, we do want to thank our amazing first ever panel of Craigsburgs.
Yes,
This has been so fun.
thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you,
you guys have been
Brett
so
McKinney,
wonderful.
SJ, Santa Cruz, and Elena Afanasiev.
All right, thank you guys
Thank you.
so much for being here.
Thank
We
you so much.
appreciate you.
It was
See
a
you on the
blast.
flip
So much
side.
fun.
Also, oh my God, I'm so glad you guys had fun. You'll
It was
be
great
back.
to get ready for home.
So thank you all. We also want to thank everyone who joined us tonight in our online audience. Like we mentioned, Craig's Existential Crisis is also a podcast. So if you like what you saw tonight, you can get more of that wherever you get your podcast. And be sure to like us on Facebook or follow us on Instagram or Twitter for some fun bonus content. And we also want to thank the incredible Rose Sherman, who performs our theme song. So you might have heard that at the beginning of the podcast. She'll play us out also. You can also check her out on Instagram at Hey Shermy on Instagram. And of course, we want to thank Kickstand for inviting us to put on a show and giving us a chance to do this for you and creating such a wonderful space for improvisers and comedians of all stripes. They are a nonprofit, so we hope you consider, if you're watching, making a donation to them at kickstandcomedy.org/donate so they can keep local comedy thriving. And if you have a misconnection story of your own, or if you just want to send us some of your favorites as you read them, go ahead and do that. You can send it to us at our Gmail, which is craigcrypod@gmail.com. That's CraigCrypod@gmail.com. Or you can hit us up at any of those social media links we mentioned earlier. And Sarah, I have one misconnection for you to read. It's going to be our one last attempt at connecting. Go ahead and take it away.
All right. Tori. The Y's been closed, so I haven't been able to stop by. I need help with the chip reader again, please. I'm
Talon Bigelow.
I'm Sarah Thompson.
This has been Craig's Existential Crisis.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Have a good night, everybody.